And just like that, we're back with episode 2 of the Mamas podcast. I'm your host, Madison Walker. And look, episode 2, and we've already upgraded to a chair. Can you believe it? This was supposed to be filmed in my pod room, but I have my son with me today. First live guest on the pod. He's sleeping finally. It's kind of cold downstairs, so I really didn't feel like having him sit in a cold room while I film, especially since he's still dealing with some sickness. We have been hit very hard the last 8 days. Whew, hopefully we're coming to the end of this. So anyway, we're in a whole new room already. I told you it was going to happen. But that is just a part of being a mom and pursuing your dreams is you got to get creative to get the things done. And we're getting the things done today. So welcome to episode 2. And today's episode is If You Know Me, No You Do Not. Here's the reality. And I realized this very quickly with putting short film, like short content, like TikToks out there. Short form content. That's what I was trying to say. You share things about your life, and people in your life find you, follow you, watch you. They learn, they hear, like they watch. And for whatever reason, my brain didn't wrap around that sometimes. I still do struggle with it. So I would go home for family events or see family I don't see often or some friends, and they knew things about me that I was like, hold up. How do you know that? And then it's like, oh, yeah, you have social media and I post on social media and you follow me on social media. Why would you not see that? So now with doing a podcast, it's scarier because the topics that I will be talking about are going to be deeper and we're going to be getting more in depth. And I would guarantee that friends and family and people that know me are going to learn a lot more about me. And there's just some fear with that because some of these conversations are hard and not ones that you just always sit down and kind of talk about. So if you know me in real life, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Be sure you like and subscribe and share. Give me some support, okay? And oh, he just woke up. Hi. All smiles. If you ever want to talk about any of these topics in person, perfect. Just give me a heads up because it'll still take me by surprise. I will be like, how do you know this about me? So just give me some grace. Anyway, I also just want to really emphasize that this isn't a hate show. Like, I'm not gonna be sitting here hating on things or people or anything like that. It's just a place to share our story and to encourage other people and share educational information. That's my only goal. That's what we're gonna do. And so, a funny story that I have for you that sparked my interest in doing this even more is we needed a new washer and dryer. Our dryer had issues. We didn't have a dryer for a while. We got a new part. My husband fixed it. Fast forward like 2 weeks, the washer went out, and the part to fix the washer was like $200, and the washer itself wasn't worth that. So we're like, okay, it's time just to buy a new washer and dryer. So I'm Facebook Marketplace scrolling and looking, find a decent set for a good price close to us. I reach out to them, and I stalk the person's profile. I know we all do that. And if you don't, maybe you should before you buy something because there's just bad people or scammers out there. But I learned a lot about her off her Facebook, right? Like she is also a bonus mom and she has a baby that she had recently. So I'm like, oh, that like we have these similarities. How cool is that? And I was intrigued because since moving up here and living here, which I've lived up here now for 4 years, something like that, I definitely struggled to find my own group of friends. I have friends up here. I really do. And I appreciate and love them all. But we are the first ones in our friend group to have a baby. Like, no one else in our friend group has stepkids or have a kid in general. And then we were the first ones in the friend group to have a full time baby. And that just changes your life a lot. Your priorities shift, your time management, all the things change. That's just the reality of it. And anyway, I haven't had people like my own really big friends groups, group of friends. Wow, struggling with words there. So I was intrigued, and my husband went and picked up the washer and dryer from them, and he came home, asked how it went, and he was like, they were so cool. They're the kind of people that I want to sit down and like have a beer with. I was like, really? Because I had this crazy idea of just reaching out to them and saying if she would want to be friends. And I don't do that. That is so not like me. That is so out of my comfort zone. But my husband saying that they were cool gave me enough encouragement to reach back out to her. So long story short, we bought a washer and dryer from them. That upcoming weekend, we went bowling together, and we went to their house for the Super Bowl. And come to find out, her and I are so similar and have such similar stories and situations with being a stepmom and then having a kiddo of our own. So being a stepmom, then a bio mom, in-laws, just life in general. We are very, very similar. And I realized in that moment that our story is unique. We have been through a lot, but there are people out there who relate to it too. And I realized very quickly that some of the information that I have regarding parenting and conversations and just navigating marriage life, all these things that I know is helpful, like I've said, have already been helpful and beneficial for her. So I'm like, dang, who else could I reach? Who else could I help by starting to share this? And so shout out to Macy and her fiance. Super happy to have met you guys. Excited to see where our friendship goes. And thank you for giving me that extra little push to start this podcast. I hope it helps create a community for you where you feel less alone and validated and heard and supported. Super cool. So also, yep, here's a segment time. This is the time that I really want to be answering questions that you have about co-parenting, how to handle a situation, parenting hardships, relationships. Send me a message on any of my socials, DM me, and I will use this time on my podcast to read your story, read your question. Keep it as private as you want to. If you don't want me to share names, not a problem. You can fill in names, whatever. I totally get it. But send it to me. We'll debrief it here, and I'll give you my best advice and ideas on how to handle that situation, what to say, how to move forward, how to help your child, how to handle that tantrum. The list is very long, but don't feel afraid to reach out and ask. I am a licensed parent coach, and I am very happy to share this information with you. So last episode, as we were wrapping it up, I realized that I probably need to have a saying or something. I didn't know what it was going to be. Did not think I would even have one come episode 2. But my mom listened to my first podcast and reached out, and she's like, you need to have a motto or something. That's what you can put in there. And right away, I knew it was going to be, because she said something that, like, what do you stand behind? Like, what is the reasoning of your podcast? And I knew it was going to be aim straight, shoot straight. So aim straight, shoot straight, babes. What does that even mean? So growing up, my family, we did competitive shooting through the 4-H program. So we did BB gun, air pistol, air rifle. They also have like archery and trap and such. So we were just a very, we hunt, gun friendly, gun supportive. I don't know what you say, firearms, whatever. So we grew up doing that and absolutely loved it. I'm multiple state placer, went to the nationals, which you can only go once in your lifetime. Went to nationals, placed, and so very, very big part of my family's life. And my parents always told me and my siblings, aim straight, shoot straight. So aim straight, make sure your sights are aligned, and then follow through on your shot. Shoot straight. And I've taken that with me my entire life. Because in life, if you aim straight, so you set yourself up to be successful, do the work, do the research, put in the time, put in the energy, show up when it's hard, and then you follow through with all of that. You do the work, you put in the time, you put in the effort, you keep going even when it gets hard, or maybe you fail, you get back up, you do it again, right? Like, you're bound to be successful. And so I've literally taken that with me in every aspect of my life. Aim straight, shoot straight. And so that's my advice and my encouragement to you as we end each of our podcasts episodes, is to aim straight, shoot straight. So whatever you're going on through in life, whatever you're working on, whatever your goals are, whatever hardship you're dealing with, remember just to show up, do the best that you can, and follow through on it. And you're bound to be successful. So with that, I want to leave you with aim straight, shoot straight, babes. Remember to like and share and subscribe. Send this to a fellow mom friend, someone who's pregnant, someone who's a bonus mom, someone who's a new mom. Send it to your mom. Come on, your mom's cool. She'll probably enjoy it. Let's start getting it out there and grow our community of people, of moms. And we will see you on episode 3, where we're going to dive into how becoming a stepmom was not on my bucket list. Until then, aim straight, shoot straight, babes.